After 40, something shifts. You eat the same meals you always have, but now they sit heavier. You sleep through the night, but wake up feeling drained. You're not sick, but you're not exactly thriving either. What if I told you the root of it all could be your gut? Right now, there are over 100 trillion bacteria inside you. A hidden world that quietly controls everything: your energy, your immunity, even your mood. Some of those microbes work for you. Others? They work against you, sabotaging your efforts to feel healthy, focused, and strong. But here's the shocker. Scientists now say that one forgotten food, R5, can actually rebuild your gut lining, reduce inflammation, and boost nutrient absorption. It's warm, soothing, and feels like a comforting hug in a cup. Don't miss it, because it's the food that quietly changed everything for a woman named Joy. Joy is 66, a retired nurse. She spent years taking care of others, but ignored her own health. Bloating, brain fog, and fatigue had become her norm. Doctors said it was just aging. But after adding this one food into her routine for just 14 days, her energy rebounded. She called it her second chance in a mug. So if you've been feeling off, this video isn't just a list. It's a guide, a wake-up call. And maybe, like Joy, it's your moment to take back control of your health from the inside out. Stay with me to the end, because every single food on this list builds on the next. And by the end, you'll know exactly what to eat, how to start, and why your gut holds the key to feeling good again. Why gut health changes everything. Your gut isn't just a digestive pipe. It's often referred to as your second brain. Did you know it directly influences your memory, mood, immunity, and even your weight? In fact, research shows that up to 70% of your immune system is housed in your gut. But here's the problem: gut health naturally declines as we age. Your stomach acid decreases, making it harder to break down food and absorb nutrients. Your digestive motility slows, leading to sluggish digestion and bloating. Years of antibiotics or processed food might have damaged your microbiome, the trillions of bacteria that call your gut home. All of this adds up to gut dysbiosis, an imbalance between good and bad bacteria. And when that happens, well, everything gets thrown off. Energy levels drop, inflammation rises, your immunity weakens, and weight management becomes much harder. But here's the twist. What if, instead of focusing on what to cut out, you could heal your gut by adding back just 5 powerful foods? The first one is packed with fermented goodness and a punch of probiotics, foods that work with your gut, not against it. Remember Joy, the 66-year-old nurse I mentioned earlier? For years, she thought her chronic fatigue, memory fog, and bloating were just a part of getting older. She tried cutting back on food, reducing portions, and even dieting, but nothing worked. She felt like she was stuck in a constant battle with her body. But when she added that first food, a fermented favorite, she felt something different. And within days, she noticed a difference. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but she started waking up with more energy, feeling lighter, and even her mental clarity began to improve. But the real game changer wasn't just one food. It was combining it with other key foods. Let me share the next one. A food that helps your gut repair itself from the inside out. Stick around, because you won't believe what it can do for you. Food 1. Fermented foods. Kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir. These are not just foods. They're little bursts of joy for your gut. Packed with probiotics, they help flood your digestive system with the good bacteria it craves. Fermented foods are nature's way of making sure your microbiome thrives. By adding them to your diet, you're helping to fight off harmful bacteria, reduce belly bloating, and restore balance to your gut, leading to better digestion and, believe it or not, an improved mood. When your gut is happy, it's like a switch is flipped. Suddenly, you're feeling more energized, more clear-headed, and just more joyful in your everyday life. Here's a simple tip. Start adding just a tablespoon of sauerkraut or kimchi to your lunch every day. It's a small step, but one that could bring huge joy to your digestive system. Let me tell you about Joy. Joy, a vibrant woman in her early 60s, had spent years struggling with bloating and fatigue. Despite her best efforts to stay active, she always felt sluggish and uncomfortable. She chalked it up to the aging process, but deep down, she wasn't convinced that was the only reason. One day, Joy's best friend mentioned a simple change. adding fermented foods to her diet. At first, Joy was hesitant. She wasn't sure she'd be able to get behind the tangy taste of kimchi or sauerkraut, but she decided to give it a try, just to see what would happen. To her surprise, after only a few days of adding a small serving of sauerkraut to her meals, Joy began feeling a spark of something she hadn't felt in years: true joy. The bloating she'd battled for so long started to fade. Her energy levels began to rise, and her mind felt clearer. It was like her gut had been rebooted, and with it, her zest for life. Joy realized that it wasn't just her stomach that felt better, it was her entire life. The simple, fermented foods were transforming her health and giving her a renewed sense of energy and happiness. She felt lighter, happier, and more in tune with her body. And for Joy, this small change turned out to be the beginning of a whole new chapter filled with joy in every bite. But I know, maybe you're not a fan of the tangy taste. You're thinking, I don't know if I can get behind fermented foods. Don't worry, because the next food on our list brings joy in a different way. Sweet, smooth, and just as effective for your gut health. Keep watching to discover the next joyful addition to your diet. Food 2. Slightly green bananas. Let's talk about bananas. But not just any bananas, slightly green bananas. These may seem a bit strange to some, but they're actually loaded with something called resistant starch. Now, don't let the word resistant fool you. This is the kind of resistance your gut loves. Green bananas act as a prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in your gut, and that's exactly what we want to keep things moving smoothly. By adding them to your diet, you're helping your digestive system work at its best, boosting metabolism and supporting your overall gut health. Here's an easy way to enjoy them. Slice a slightly green banana into your oatmeal or blend it into a smoothie. You won't even notice the difference, but your gut will definitely thank you for it. After her success with fermented foods, Joy was eager to find other simple, everyday foods that could help keep her gut happy. One day, while at the local market, she picked up some slightly green bananas after overhearing a conversation about their health benefits. At first, Joy wasn't sure how she would incorporate them into her routine. She loved ripe bananas, but she wasn't sure about the green ones. However, she decided to give it a try. She tossed one into her morning oatmeal, and to her surprise, it didn't just taste fine, it tasted great. The subtle sweetness complemented her oatmeal perfectly, and she didn't experience any of the usual mid-morning hunger pangs. After a week of adding green bananas to her diet, Joy noticed a significant improvement in her digestion. She no longer felt bloated after meals, and she even found herself feeling more energized in the afternoon. The best part? Her metabolism was working more efficiently, and that extra weight she'd struggled with for years began to melt away. Joy's experience with green bananas was a game changer. It was a simple addition, but it made a world of difference in how she felt. And once again, this tiny change helped her live her life with more energy, more joy, and more confidence. And speaking of smoothies, are you ready for something even creamier and equally gut-friendly? The next food on our list will leave you satisfied while giving your gut the nutrients it craves. Stay tuned, because this one's going to be your new favorite treat. Food 3. Plain yogurt/Greek yogurt. Here's a classic gut-friendly food: yogurt. But not just any yogurt, plain yogurt, or better yet, Greek yogurt. This superfood is packed with live cultures that deliver active probiotics to your gut, boosting your digestion and supporting your immune system. The best part? Greek yogurt is also high in protein, which keeps you feeling fuller for longer and supports muscle repair. It's a powerhouse food that works wonders for your gut. But here's the catch. Don't go for the flavored varieties. Sugar kills what yogurt heals. That added sugar can do more harm than good, wiping out all the good bacteria that yogurt worked so hard to put into your gut. A great way to enjoy it is by pairing your yogurt with fresh berries and chia seeds. Not only does this boost your gut health, but it's also a great combo for heart health. Plus, it's a simple, delicious breakfast or snack that packs a punch. Joy knew that yogurt was a healthy choice, but she'd never really enjoyed it as much as other foods. That is, until she found out about Greek yogurt and how it could support both her gut and heart health at the same time. Intrigued, Joy started incorporating plain Greek yogurt into her daily routine. At first, she didn't notice much of a change, But after a few days of enjoying a yogurt bowl topped with berries and chia seeds in the morning, she realized something. She felt more satisfied throughout the day, with fewer cravings and a noticeable decrease in bloating. But the real magic happened at night. Joy had read that yogurt's probiotics could work overnight, supporting her gut health while she slept. After a few weeks of making yogurt a regular part of her diet, she noticed that her digestion was smoother, and she woke up feeling more refreshed. Her gut wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Joy was amazed at how this small addition to her diet had such a big impact. Not only was she supporting her gut health, but she also felt like her body was becoming more balanced. It was a simple yet powerful change that made her feel like she was truly taking care of herself. But what if I told you there was a food that works overnight, literally healing your gut while you sleep? Stick around, because the next food on our list might just change how you look at your evening routine. Food 4. Oats. This food is a pantry staple that has stood the test of time. Oats. They're not only delicious and comforting, but they're also incredibly beneficial for your gut. Oats are rich in soluble fiber and beta-glucan, compounds that help regulate digestion and improve gut health. These fibers work wonders by absorbing water, forming a gel-like substance that helps to keep everything moving smoothly through your digestive system. But that's not all. Oats are easy to digest, have a low glycemic index, and are naturally anti-inflammatory, making them the perfect food for supporting your gut and overall health. One of the best ways to enjoy oats is by soaking them overnight. This allows them to absorb water, making them even easier to digest. And the best part? It requires zero prep in the morning. You can wake up to a nutritious, ready-to-eat meal that fuels your gut and keeps you feeling satisfied. Joy had always loved oatmeal, but it wasn't until she learned about its gut health benefits that she started making it a regular part of her routine. She knew oats were good for her heart, but discovering that they could support her gut, too, was a game changer. One morning, after reading more about oats and their gut-healing properties, Joy decided to try soaking them overnight. The next day, she woke up to a perfect bowl of creamy oats that were easy to digest and gentle on her stomach. After a few weeks of making this part of her breakfast routine, Joy noticed a significant improvement in her digestion. Her bloating had gone down, and she felt more energized throughout the day. But what really stood out to Joy was the anti-inflammatory effects of oats. After a long day, her gut no longer felt heavy or irritated. It was as if the oats were working in the background, soothing her digestive system and making her feel more balanced. But none of these compare to what's coming next, a food that lines your gut like a healing blanket and reduces gut pain from the inside out. Stay tuned to discover this powerful food. Food 5. Bone broth. Now we come to a true game changer, bone broth. Often called liquid gold, this ancient food is packed with collagen, gelatin, and vital minerals. These nutrients work together to support the repair of your gut lining, soothing inflammation and promoting overall gut health. Bone broth is truly a miracle food for your digestive system. It can help to heal a condition called leaky gut, where harmful toxins leak through the gut wall and into the bloodstream. It also supports joint health, hydrates tissues, and helps ease digestion by providing the body with essential amino acids and nutrients. One of the best ways to incorporate bone broth into your routine is to sip a cup in the evening, just as you might enjoy a calming cup of tea. This soothing ritual can help relax your digestive system before bed, giving your gut a chance to heal overnight. Joy had always heard about bone broth, but never paid much attention to it. That is, until she learned how powerful it could be for gut health. She was struggling with occasional bloating and discomfort after meals and realized she needed something more to heal her digestive system. After giving bone broth a try, she immediately felt a difference. After a long day, instead of her usual evening tea, Joy began sipping a warm cup of homemade bone broth. The rich, savory flavor was comforting, and she quickly noticed how soothing it was on her stomach. Over the course of a few weeks, she felt less bloated, her digestion became smoother, and even her skin began to look more radiant. Bone broth was doing what no other food had done. It was healing from the inside out. Joy also noticed that it helped support her joints, which had started to feel a little stiff with age. The collagen and gelatin in the broth were doing more than just healing her gut. They were providing much-needed support for her body as a whole. Remember what I said earlier? This is the food that can rebuild what time has worn down. And it's shockingly simple to make. It's like giving your body a fresh start, all with one cup. Small changes really do make big waves. When you begin feeding your gut the right foods, you'll notice your energy returning. Your mood improves. You start feeling like you again, the version of yourself that's vibrant, clear, and full of life. It's easy to overlook the power of food, but when you understand how crucial it is to your gut health, you realize just how foundational these changes are to your overall well-being. This isn't some quick fix or fad diet. This is about building a healthier, more resilient foundation for the long term. It's about reconnecting with your body and listening to what it needs, so you can live your best life, feeling energized, clear-headed, and full of vitality. These foods aren't just about improving your gut. They're about improving your entire life. When your gut is happy, you are happy. If this video gave you hope, do me a favor, hit that like button. Someone you know may be struggling with their gut health too, and this could be the breakthrough they need. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join our community. We share weekly tips and insights to protect your body and elevate your health, especially after 40. It's never too late to start making positive changes. What food made the biggest difference in your gut health? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. Your experience could be someone else's breakthrough. Let's build this community of support and knowledge together, because we all deserve to live healthier, happier lives.